morning, everyone. It's almost the end of January already, isn't it? Welcome to Timeout Tuesday today, and I am live again today, which is great. We have a beautiful day here. I've been out for a walk this morning with the dog, and it's been lovely. So today I'm going to show you two cards that I've made with Storybook Friends. So remind you of the catalogues here. We've got the mini catalogue, and we'll flip it round. The mini catalogue, there's so many beautiful things in this, but the one I'm going to use today is, let's get back to the beginning of it, Storybook Moments, okay? We went to see Beatrix Potter's house in Wales, and gosh, it was absolutely beautiful. To see all the things that were there was absolutely amazing. Just some of the things that she had used, it was like stepping back in time. Excuse my croaky voice this morning again. This suite has two DSPs. It's got a gingham one, and then it's got this with cutouts, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's got two stamps and two dies. So we've got the animals in one with some backgrounds, and we've got these beautiful little frames. Got some ribbon. We've got garden things like veggies and pots and spades and things, and we've got the dies for those as well. And then we've got these beautiful antique gold embellishments, and honestly the picture doesn't do them justice. They're absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And here's another page of the DSP and colouring it in. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can buy the whole suite, which I recommend because it's really good value for $273.75. But you get so much. It's really good. And of course, if you spend over $100, you get to choose something out of the celebration for January and February. Last week I showed you how I used this one, and there's lots of different ones in here that you get free. And I have a new order that just arrived this morning, so I'm looking forward to playing with some of those things. Okay, so let's show you the DSP. Get it over here. So, whoops, it dropped a little bit. This is the gingham, and it comes in varying colours. So you've got some with Lost Lagoon on it, some blues, browns, just lots of different. You can see lots of different colours and tones. So that is so pretty. Okay, so you can use that. The other side is just got like a square pattern on it. And my apologies, my husband's reminding me that Beatrix Potter's house was in the Lake District. It was too. It was. So let's have a look at, this is one of the DSPs that I'm using today. And this one here is actually like Beatrix Potter's house, this one. It's stylized a little bit because I think it's got a little bit extra added to it, but aren't they cute? Okay, let me show you these. I've got them in here. I'll just pull them out. So there was that one, and the other side has veggies on it. How cute is that? There's this one which I've been cutting into. I love this. I love this here. And the other side has little animals that you can cut out, which I'm going to do today. Then they have this one. Let's show you this. I've used one of these on a card, but it's not for, I'm not showing you how to make it today. But these all cut out. The other side is like that. So you can make smaller cards or tags or whatever. It's another one the same, you can see there. And let's put This is very cute too. And look at the other side of that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I can see lots of things you can use with this. Let's look at the next one. Got all these garden implements, and yeah, I haven't even really got into it yet. It's the same, and then we've got the house again. So that's the one. Now the card I'm not doing today is the one that I've cut out. Oh, and also there are two things of dies as well, die cuts. Now mine are inclined to fall out, so I've put them all in a little box. You've got things like a picket fence. You've got the animals, different animals that you can just put on. Look at these, some flowers. They're just so beautiful. Okay, so the card I'm not doing today is this one. I have a friend whose daughter-in-law is having a baby very, very soon, and I thought this would be a beautiful card for her. And I've basically used that cut out on Lemon Lolly and on Lost Lagoon and put some of the die cuts inside. But isn't that pretty? That's a book card. For the ribbon here, or for this twine, I've actually coloured the white twine Lemon Lolly. So I've got two-tone twine there. But the one I'm going to do first today is this one. Okay. Now, I should tell you that I am doing this, today I decided I'd use, in the mini catalogue, let me turn to the right page, we have a page called Mix and Match, and we've got, down the bottom, we've got lots of sketches, and I decided I'd use this one today. Okay. So you can see we don't really have the oval, but we've got this beautiful frame. We don't have that oval shape to cut out, but we've got the oval shaped frame, which gives the vibe of that. And yeah, this is the one I'm going to be basing my cards on. So they're quite different from that. So here's the first one. It's got some of the paper, the frame, just a basic white card. And I've actually got Thinking of You Fondly, because on this stamp set we have Easter greetings, happy spring, hello friend, thank you very much, welcome little one, and somebody loves you. And I wanted to use something that wasn't quite that, so I thought Think of You Fondly, and I made this card. So let me show you how I put it together. Get it out. I think all the pieces are in here. Okay, so we have a basic white base. And by the way, if you're new to watching me, I would love if you would click that you're following me, because that would be really helpful. So I've got some boho blue, and I'm going to put a strip across the card like this. So let me start with that. It wasn't very near the edge, but that's okay. And I'll just put it about there. Okay. Now, this is the gingham paper. You can see there's this side or this side, but I decided to use, instead of using that side, I thought I'd use this side. And what I've done is I've cut out a piece of basic white, which I've embossed in exposed brick, and I'm going to put it on the card. Let's do that. This is a good size too. I've got a blog on this as well, so good size, because it you get the same pattern all the way around, bottom and top, and both sides. Okay, so I have done a little bit of pre-cutting. So these are the dies. You can see this one here. It comes, I'll pull it out for you. this is it here, and you can use the middle piece too, and this is your frame. Okay, you can actually add, I believe, yeah, up here at this end of it, you could put a piece of ribbon in if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. So let's put that back so I don't lose it on my table. So I've got this, and I've cut a piece of the DSP. That was why you saw that hole in it. There it is. And basically I've glued it on the inside. You just have to make sure it's big enough that it covers the bottom of the frame. So when you cut it out from the DSP, don't cut, let me get my this out. Don't cut it this size, because that won't work. It has to be wider so that you can actually glue it to the first part of the frame. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on it, and I'm also going to glue down this a little bit. I don't need very much because I've got the tape in the middle, but I don't want it to flip up and get bent. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue around this swirly frame. There you go. Nearly done. And turn it over, and it's a little squirrel on a swing. And I'm just going to set that on the frame. Make sure it's straight. You can see what I said about at the top here. You could put a piece of ribbon in there if you wanted to. What a gorgeous frame, isn't it? Make sure that's quite straight. That's better. Okay. Now, what else I've used on it? I have used a piece of woven ribbon. I had this, and I just wanted it to be fairly plain behind, so I got my woven ribbon, and you could colour this white ribbon if you wanted to, and I just cut a piece like this, and I'm just going to place that along the bottom like that. Now the easiest way to do that is to put, and this is a bit tricky, I should have got my silicone mat in, but it's okay. Just a little bit of color on the back, and place it on there. Whoops, got caught on my finger. I'm going to take up a little bit off that side because it's got a little bit torn. That's better. I'm not happy that that's straight, so let's do that again. Just a little bit off that as well. That's better. Okay, sorry, went off camera there. So I just got this plain white to the bottom, so in a sense it's almost monochromatic, but not really. Now, to put this on the card, center it on the front. I've got a little bit of ribbon on my fingers. And I've stamped and embossed Thinking of You Fondly from, which set was it? This one, I believe. Unbounded Love. I believe it's from. I think it's from this one. But it could be from another one that I had out. But I'm going to free cut this. Just around the Thinking of You Fondly. And I'm going to add some dimensionals to this. My peak I thought I had in, but I must have got it out for something. That's okay, I can use this. Need to remember to bring my packaging with me. My zip wrapped up thing. Okay, so this is going to go on the card. Here we go. Put it on the middle. Then I've got some, this is from one of my shares, but I've got some of these, they're called rainbow dots, and I'm going to use some of those on the card. So they're sort of almost matte, but they're not really. Come on, off you come. So I'll put one there. I'll put this guy over here, and he's upside down. And I'll put a tiny one. Here we go. Come on, tiny one. Doesn't want to go on my scissors. Up the top. And that is my card. What a cute card. I thought you could send that to a friend or whatever. So that's that card. Okay. Card number 1. Now card number 2, let me pull it out. It has gone underneath here. Again, you can see that it's a nod to this. Okay. Done slightly differently, but a nod to that. Okay, so that's that one. My second card today is a bit of a mystery because it's underneath all my stuff. Here we go. Is this one. Now you can see that I've treated the shape in the middle slightly differently. What I've used is DSP behind it. I've used one of the rabbit cutouts. I have used soft seafoam, which is not one of the colours that they say to use, I don't think, but that you can use. But I've used that and it works perfectly on this. So let me show you how I put this one together. Okay. So the trick with this is that you have to do 2 windows, and I used the Countryside Corners dies because it was the nearest I could get to oval shapes. So you can see I've actually cut the big one right in the middle of this, so I've worked out where the center of this was, and I didn't cut it out first, I actually cut this one out first. So I did the small one first, and I measured where it was going to go, and then cut it out, and then I embossed it, because if you emboss it and then cut it out, it flattens the embossing, so I didn't want that to happen. Now when I did that, I'll leave that little bit aside because I can use that, also can use this bit. What I can do is I made this window a little bit bigger. These are the two die cuts that I used. You see those two. Set those over there. So this one's smaller than the soft seafoam, so you can layer them on top of each other like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that first of all before I do anything else. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's get some glue along the edge of the Countryside Corners. I'm going to place it on here, so you can't see, you can see that it's left that at the back. Now I have a piece of the DSP here that I've cut out, and basically I'm going to put that on like so. Okay, so it's actually going to go on the back like that. I think I might pull it down to there. Let's leave it. Let's place it about there. I wanted to use all of that, so there we go. I think that'll do. Yep. So I've got that. Got my base, and I've done a landscape version of this one. Okay. So you don't have to do, if you do it like this, you don't have to. The first one I did, you can see I put embossing in the middle because I cut it out of the bottom because I had a different idea at first, and then I thought, oh, I can do it this way. So you've got your base card that you are there, and let's put this guy on top. And because there's glue around, that's sticking really well at the moment to the one below. So I don't have to worry too much about it moving. Let's place it on the landscape version, like this. I'll put those on at the end. And I've got my little butterfly, which I'm going to put on dimensionals. And probably in the envelope is my little rabbit. Okay, so this is one of the cutouts. Actually today I've been doing this. You can see this is the same cutout, but I've stamped it and coloured it in for something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put her down here, and I'm going to put her on dimensionals. So let's do that. Turn the butterfly over. And he can go on up there. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do before I did that? But I can still do it. Because I meant to put on some soft seafoam ink to soften the white on the front. But I can still do that. That's basic beige, which is another colour I need. This one. Got my blending brush here. And basically, all I want to do is, I don't want it to be too strong. I'm going to just grab this here. And I'm just giving it a tinge of the blue. Or of the soft seafoam on the top. Just to sort of give it an antique look. There we go. And that's all I need to do with that. Okay. I'll put a little bit down there. It just just adds to the card. So let's put that away. So I've done that. Now I'll get my dimensions, which are here, dimensionals. Well, they do add dimension, don't they? And put a few on the back of the rabbit. There you go. If you live in Australia, I hope that, and particularly on the East Coast, I hope you survived the storms last week. We had amazing storms that caused quite a bit of damage and closed a lot of roads, including ones around us. Fortunately, we didn't have any damage done to our place, but it was pretty awful. There we go, and I've got my butterfly here. And take the back off and pop him up there. So you can see that's all I'm doing to that at the moment. And then I'm going to add some dimension. These are the antique pearls, aren't they sweet? They've got sort of like a greeny lemon feel to them. So I'm going to put one big one, which is coming away from the back of it. Let's try that again. See if it picks it up. No, take another one. There's one. Put it up there. And then I'm going to take a medium-sized one, put it over here, and two small ones. up there. Okay, I will be using one more in a moment. Right. So I've got my white and I've got green. I'm actually going to use this for the backing of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got, and this is definitely from Unbounded Love, Have a Blessed Day. I've got the stamp for that. That's inside. Where are you? Have a Blessed Day. Okay. So it's going to go on this white piece of plastic. And I'm going to use Basic Beige, which is one of our new colours last year. Here we go. Have a Blessed Day. And it also tones in really well with this. There we go. Have a Blessed Day. So what I'm going to do, get it in the cutter. I'm going to cut it out. Let's do that. And this is also part of the card that I used before. Let's pop that over there. I want to take a little bit more off the bottom because I want it to be a little narrower. It's probably narrower than the other one, but that's okay. And there. And I'm going to cut this one. As I said, every card can be different. Now I'm going to get my green cardstock. I'll do it on this side, I think. Will it fit across? It actually would fit across, so let's do it across the way. Just put it on. And I'm just going to put this on this with glue dots. Or with them in, yeah, with the multi-purpose glue. Or no, the, yeah, you know what I mean. The other one. Stamp and seal. Okay. Now, just cut a little bit off the bottom. A little bit off the top. Still want a little bit more off the top. If I can get that out. Too much, but that's okay. I could even double mount it on that. See, like that. This will be good. Just to make it stand out. There we go. Now, let's put it on some dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. Get the backs off. 1, 2, 3. Pop it in place. And then I'm going to get one of my little antique gold, or antique pearls. And I'm going to persuade it to come off in my hand, and I just put it on there like that. So that is the front of my card. This one, I've got 2. There we go. And then inside, I just stamped Happy Birthday. So I've got Happy Birthday here, and I did it in the Basic Beige as well. Let me get that. And that's Welcome Little One. It's not the one I want. This is the one I want. Happy Birthday. And just put it on. Okay. There we go. this down and close it up so it don't make a mess. And that is the second card today. So I made these 2 today, and I also showed you this one that I had created, which I made these all over a tiny little bit, which doesn't really fit. Well, it sort of fits the theme. It's just it's square and it's slightly different, but you know, it's a variation on a theme. So just wanted to show you those. I hope that you get a chance to watch this, and I will see you next week, all being well. And happy crafting for everyone. And as I said, if you are not a follower, please follow me on Facebook and or on YouTube as well, because I would love to see some new people. And if you can encourage others to do the same, to enjoy watching me, that would be great. Okay, every blessing, everyone. Bye.